Okay, guys, so here we go. This is day one. So my first question on day one, we're going to talk a little bit about safety. We're going to go right through these chapters. Safety review first. I'm only going to do a few questions a day. I'll do maybe half of the chapter one day, half of the chapter the next day. So we don't have to do the whole thing so you don't get too overwhelmed. So if you got a piece of paper and a pen, that's going to be ideal for this. And you guys can kind of follow along with a pen and a piece of paper. And you can rewatch this video each time. All right, so all I need you to do is write down the answers. And in the comment section, just comment the answers, A, B, C, D, whatever they are. All right, so safety. So what are the four things we need for safety? We need our PPE. What does that stand for? Personal protective equipment. What are those four things? Those four things are safety glasses, hard hats, work boots, and gloves. Okay, those are our four main PPE gear. And of course, your proper clothing. So the first thing, what is a life-threatening hazard on a construction site? They would include all except one, a life-threatening hazard. A fall, electric shock, being crushed or struck by a falling or flying object, or chemical burn. Which one of those four things is not a life-threatening hazard? Okay. Question 2. Person's biggest, if a person's heart begins to fibrillate due to electrical shock, what should happen at this point? The solution to this is what? He's fibrillating. He's got electrical shock. He's into fib, meaning his heart's not going. Do we leave the person alone until he is flexible? B, do we immerse the person in ice water? C, do we use Heimlich maneuver? Or D, do we use a qualified person with an AED? All right. Number 3, low voltage conductors. Low voltage. Think about low voltage. Okay, so low voltage in a household would be under 120 volts. It would be 96 down. Low voltage in a commercial application would be 120 to 240. And of course, 277, 480 would be your high voltage. So which of these are correct? Low voltage conductors are not powerful enough to cause death from electrocution. Low voltage conductors must exceed 480 volts to cause death. Low voltage conductors are responsible for most electrocution deaths due to frequency of contact. Low voltage conductors are unlikely to cause injury if rubber-soled shoes are worn. Which one of these would you feel now? The low voltage situation we're talking about would be 120, 240. 120 volts would be classified as low voltage in this question. So which one of those things, so if we're working with 120 volts, what do you think is most likely? They do not cause death if you're electrocuted. They must exceed 480 to cause death. Are unlikely to cause death if rubber soles are worn, or are responsible for most electrocution deaths due to the frequency of the contact. And what that means is if 120 were to contact you numerous times, it could possibly cause death. All right, number 4, class 0 rubber gloves. And if you guys want to look these up with your phone and try to find the answers with your phone, that's fine too. Class 0 rubber gloves, you probably would have forgot this one, are used in voltages less than what? 500, 1,000, 5,000, or 7,200 volts. 500, 1,000, 5,000, or 72 or 7,500. So when I give these answers, it's A, B, C. Okay, next question. An important use of a hot stick. So a hot stick, what do we do with a hot stick? That's kind of what the linemen use for NYSEG. So they use a hot stick. What do you think you would do with a hot stick? Replace a bus bar, test for voltage, replace fuses, or test for continuity. So they take the stick and they put it up there. It's a hot stick. So what a lineman does, he's got to do something with it. What do you think he's doing up on the line? Do you think he's replacing a bus bar, testing for voltage, checking fuses, or replacing fuses, or testing for continuity? Number 6. Which of these statements correctly describes a double insulated power tool? What would a double insulated power tool be? Twice as much insulation on the power cord. It can safely be used in place of a grounded tool. It can be made entirely out of plastic or other non-conducting material. The entire tool is covered in rubber. Which one of those do you think, thinking about grounding, which one of you think a double insulated tool would be useful? And I want you to keep grounding in mind. All right, one more question, and that'll be all your questions for today. Which of the following applies to a lockout tagout procedure? So lockout tagout, do we remember lockout tagout? We got an electrical panel, we don't want to get shocked. You lock it out and you tag it out. Which one of these applies to a lockout tagout? Only a supervisor. Can only a supervisor install a lockout tagout? Several employers are involved. The lockout tagout equipment is applied only by the first employee to arrive. Do you think the first guy that gets there, he's the only one that locks it out? Lockout tagout devices applied by the employees can be removed by another employee as long as it's verified that the first employee has left for the day. So do you think that an employee can put his lock on there and then one of us can go take it off? Or lockout tagout devices are installed by every authorized employee involved in the work. All right. Well, I got one more question. The last question, question number 8. There'll be 15 questions, so I'll give you another 7 questions tomorrow. So number 8, the NEC covers what? What does the NEC cover? NEC. First of all, we know what the NEC is, right? It's the National Electrical Code. What does it cover? Does it cover operating instructions for electrical equipment, work hazards associated with electrical equipment, manufacturer instructions for electrical equipment, or minimum installation requirements for electrical equipment? Think about what the NEC covers in the United States. So you can watch this video. See, it took us maybe 8 minutes, 32 seconds to finish this video. That's all we're going to do each day. I'm going to cover this whole level 1 book with you guys, and we will cover every review question in there right up to the chapters we left off in. And if I know we're not coming back come May, if we're at the end of April, if I know we're not going to come back because this is just too bad, then I will try to proceed and try to upload a PowerPoint or something that you can watch, and we can cover the residential videos. So do your best. I'm going to send you a link with this. I'm going to email you guys a link all to your phone. You can link up to this channel. Oh, by the way, the channel is capital B, capital T, BOCES. So capital B, capital T, capital B, capital O, C, E, S, all capitals, all one word, space, capital E, and then electricity. So it's BT BOCES, all caps, one word, space, capital E, electricity. Just the capital E. That'll be your link. You guys will be able to link on every day. Everybody who gets these done and buttoned up, you know, Easy 100. All right, guys, have a good day. Like I said, I'll see you tomorrow, right around 12 o'clock. I'll have a video up and running. All right.